All the day, everybody sing a song to the. Right, so we're gonna create a load balancer. The name here of the load balancer is blue green. Let's put a JX in here. No. Let's just copy and paste this thing. Right, and we'll go to our ECS AWS docs tutorial. And then paste that in there. An error occurred when calling create load balancer. Invalid subnet ID not found. Subnet ID is now found. Yeah, we need to update that for to an existing subnet. So let's go to our VPC. What is our VPC? This is our VPC. And let us check its subnets. What are the available subnets? Okay, can you copy that? Can you put that in here? No. I want to copy, bro. How can I copy you? Alright, just copy this and put that in here. And then let's go to another subnet. Copy that and put that in here. Let's check the cleanup scripts if there's a specificity on subnets. And no, we don't have. So let's go. Let us create this. So let's first, I want to change this. Let's see for the cleanup. Is there any, we want to change this. Where is it? All right. We want to change that to have JX. Okay. And this one will also update this so that it will have JX. Right. And then let us also see other references here. So we'll have a JX here. And the other one is here. JX. JX. Okay. So now let's continue. Let us create the ALB. Alright. Creating the ALB. Alright. An error occurred in valid security group when calling the create load balancer. The security group. Damn. There's no security group with that name. So let's go to our security groups. And in here, this is the default security group. Can we create? Yeah, we'll just create this one. We'll just use this security group. This one, and then we want to search that security group. No security group with that name. Okay, so let's recreate our ELB. Created. Alright, our ELB has been created. Alright, so let's see the application load balancers. Application load balancer. So go to EC2. No. Go to EC2. Right, go to EC2 and then check for the, what are we checking here again? Yeah, the created application load balancer. So go to load balancers and check for the JX blue green ELB. So that is provisioning. There's no port listeners yet. So it's still provisioning. Everybody sing a song to that, to that. Everybody sing a song. Oh, they do that. Lad, can you lower the volume, Nak? Okay, so it's now active. Let's go and create the target group. So the target group, the name of this target group is blue green target 1. See if there's blue green target 1, blue green target 1 here. All right, so can we do it here? Let's replace blue green target 1, replace it with JX, and boom, replace. All right, so it's all replaced. Go back to readme, then the VPC ID. Lad, it's so noisy. Nakoy, what's that, Nak? So, so this is the VPC, and then let's change. So there's no VPC found. Right, so let us update this. Let's execute this. Lad, open the door. Someone's knocking, knock. And this one. So the target group. I'll go to our EC2. Okay, EC2 is here. Target group. Right, so go to the target group. JX blue green target group. What's the status of this one? No ports. VPC is this one. Okay. So what's next? Create a listener. So the load balancer RE, how is it? So this one, it will create a listener for the load balancer. Then it's going to forward to target group, account ID, target group. So we need to put the account ID into it. So here, so if we AWS account ID, it's in the cleanup, upspec, Fargate task, so service blue green. So we'll replace it with this one. Right, so now that is fixed. So what's next? Load balancer, target group. Then we're ready to execute this. So let's create the listeners. Error occurred. We're creating. It's not valid. Load balancer REN. Why? Load balancer. Elastic load balancing. Load balancer. The region. So the region here should be. This is difficult because I just have to replace that and that. So we'll have to be very careful. So, okay, so again, let's create a load. Let's create the listeners and not found. Load balancer is not found. Load balancer, what is this? Uh, where did we get this number? Okay, so let's go back to the ALB application load balancer. This is the ALB. Let's look for the ARN, this one. So we'll replace that with this one. That is for the load balancer, and for the target group, this blue green here, this is its target group. Okay, then let's update that, re-execute that. So that was executed. Then let's create the cluster. So instead of this one, we'll put a JX on in front of it, and then let's search for that. So we're gonna replace it with JX as the prefix. So that is, oops. So that is already replaced. Then let's create the cluster. So the cluster was created. Let's go and check the creation of the cluster. ECS. So the cluster has been created. Let's go and create the task definition. Let's check the task definition. So the task definition family is tutorial task def, network mode, AWS VPC, sample app, um, image, protocol, mm, command. What is this going to do? Is it going to just create an app for us? So execution RAN, what's this? I think this, what is this? Yeah, so let's try to execute that command. Let's go and copy and paste this one, and then put that in here, and let's see if there's any error. Nope, seems like there's no error. And then let's exit this. Let's go to the ECS ECS. And then let's go to the task definition. So this is the task definition that we want. We want to delete this task definition that we've created earlier, right? It's task definition. Let's refresh. Tutorial task def is there. Next is let's create the service. So let's check for the service. This is the service. This is the cluster. This is a service, the name. This is the task def load balancer. Check if this is the load balancer that we've created. Go to our load balancer. This is our load balancer. This is our, it's ARN. Then let's just copy and paste that here. And then, oh, this is target, that is the target group. So let's check for the target group. Go to our target groups. This target group, we want to delete this to avoid confusion. And then let's replace the target group here. Right, and then forget replica enabled. Alright, so let us execute that command. Go to our readme, create the service. So how to create the service, right? Alright, so after the task definition, create the service. There's an error when calling create service operation, error retrieve subnet information. Right, so we need to, yeah, so these are the subnets. Let's go back to our readme. These are the subnets that we are using. Go to the service. Here, let's replace the subnets to this one. This one with this one. And then the security group, we'll use this one. And then put this here. Alright, so let's recreate. Where are we now? We're going to create the service. Then let us copy and paste developer here. Alright, so that is working. Let's go and check our service. Go to the cluster. This is the service, it's active. But first, let us go to the cluster. Let's check the infrastructure. What is the infrastructure that I created? Nothing. Alright, nothing. Why? There's supposed to be an infrastructure there, right? Let's go to the service. Let's go to the task. And let's click this task. Network binding. Open address. There you go, there's our app. Alright, so let's go back. Obtain DNS. So this is to obtain the DNS. Will it be a copy and paste one? Oh, there you go. There's our DNS. So this one. So what we saw here, right? So this one is the IP. But if we paste this or no, where is it? The result. If we copy and paste that, it will also serve the same. Yeah, because that is how to get the DNS of the load balancer. Describe the load balancer and get the DNS of this application load balancer. Now we want to create the code deploy, right? So let's create the code deploy. Uh, right, so a code deploy has been created. Let's go to code deploy. Uh, code deploy. Did it create a code deploy? Did we get any error? This is application name. Alright, so go to the application name. Alright, so this one, yeah, we want to delete this. How to delete this? This is a demo that we created before, and we don't want this anymore. So this is the code deploy that has been created. And then let's go and what was this? Create target group. Why is there a create target group here? What's this? Blue green target 2. Alright, so blue green. Let's check for the blue green target 2, and then let us just replace it with a JX and replace all. Right, so we'll create it, and then the VPC is still the same VPC that we created, and no, we didn't create it. This is the same VPC that is the default VPC, right? So that is the default VPC. Oops. All right, so okay, so that is the default VPC, and then we will create the second target group. Creating the second target group. All right, the second target group is created. It wasn't associated with a load balancer, so update task def 2. Okay, so this one will so this is updating the task definition that we created earlier. So there's an updated, this one is an updated Fargate task. So this one is the updated Fargate task, and it's just replacing the some color here for the HTML content. Let's go back here, and then let's execute this command righty, and that was executed. And then here update the apps, upload, should be upload app spec. We'll create um, a bucket. Let's replace all. So let's create a bucket. So that is going to create a bucket. So if we go to S3 bucket, in here, we'll see that a new S3 bucket was created. All right, so this is the new, we want to delete this again. Enter the name, but I think there's something in here that we need to delete first before we can delete the bucket. Permanently delete, then close. Go to the buckets, delete that, put the name, app, spec. So this is it. We then want to upload an app spec that we defined here, and this is using the, where is it? What's the name of our Fargate tutorial? Yeah, we need to go to the task definition. Go to the task definition. This is the name of the set. Go to app spec. This is the task definition RAN, right? Yeah, task definition RAN. So this one here, this one, that one, okay, that one, and then we'll execute our this one to upload this app spec, the user path app spec that YAML supposed to be the YAML here. Oops. Right. Then let's upload that. So that will be uploaded, and it's uploaded. Go to the bucket, this one, app spec, and then here, CodeDeploy. Create the deployment. So let's see the deployment. Tutorial, application name is tutorial, blue green, deployment group, tutorial. This one's bucket. Yeah, I think we're all good. Revision type is S3 location. Okay, so hopefully this will be a one-time execution, no revision, no error. Oops. Okay, so no deployment group found for the name tutorial DJ tutorial blue green. So let's go to the code deploy. And let's create for it. Go to the application. Go to what is the name of the deployment. We haven't created the deployment, and why haven't we created a deployment? Target group, create application, code deploy. We should create the deployment first, our deployment group first. So go to this one, code deploy. Are we missing something here? Create the deployment, and then S3 app spec, task definition, Fargate, deployment group. So why haven't we copy and pasted this? So we have to So after creating the target group, we have to create the this is the deployment group. So let's put that after the code deploy, create the AWS deployment code deployment group. And then let's check this one, the deployment group. Mhm. The listener will have to check this. Alright, so is this the cluster? I believe that is the cluster, but for the listeners, let's go to the listener here. EC2, then go to the application load balancer. And here, sorry, the listener, listeners. Was this listener ARN? Listener, how to check the listener? Let me check this. Is this the listener? So give me the ARN for this. So that is our listener, and then we want to go to this one, and then execute to create the code deployment, the deployment group. Does not have the permission required to assume the rule AWS code deploy rule. What? When calling the create deployment group, AWS code deploy does not have the permission required to assume the rule. Assume rule rule. Mm, ECS code deploy rule. Let's go to our IAM. What's the error again? So let's go to the rules. So let's go to the these are the rules. What's this? ECS code deploy rule. So let's go to our code deploy. Go to applications. So on. Service rule. Do we have a service rule here? Settings, notification, application tag. So on. Damn, where can we revisions? What's this? Service rule ARN. Search for service rule ARN. Yeah, what is this? Go back to IAM to users. This is our user permissions. ECS CodeDeploy. Uh, right, so there's a service rule here, and we go to the root account, and this is the service rule. We want to get this service rule and then put that in here, and then let us re-execute that. Alright, so the deployment group has been created. Let's go to the deployment group. Let's refresh. Let's go to the application. Oops. Right here, let's go to CodeDeploy. Let's get our deployments application. Nahugasan na si Vlad lang ga. Kisa naman siya naligo dito na sa day. Oh. And then create a deployment. Yeah, we'll create a deployment here. What's this? Create the deployment. Yeah, create a deployment. And then that's it. Deployment has been created. Okay, so the service rule, we need to update this to have an S3 permission. So the service rule, let's give them S3 permission. S3. So that was added. Retry deployment. So it's now creating the deployment. All right. So we got it succeeded. What's the status here? Redeploy status succeeded. Revision location of spec all succeeded. So let's go to our ECS. ECS. So let's see if the um no ECS if the HTML is updated, like there's a change in color. Alright, so let's go here, go here, go to the task network binding. You can also access it from here. Yeah, you can open it from here also. So yeah, there you go. It changed. And if we don't follow that tutorial, like if we do this and just create another one so that we'll have a history. Um, Update to green, like that. If you click at this one, and then let's go here. Background is color is green. So what is that step in here? Yeah, so this one, it will update the Fargate. Uh, to green, and then this one, update that. Okay, so the Fargate has been updated, and then for our app spec, this will be updated to 3, and because we updated that to 3, we want to re-upload this. Right, so re-upload, oops. So we will re-upload our, oops. Hopefully this will replace. Hey. Did it hang? Oh man. Okay, so let's go here. Let's re-upload that. And let's see where, nah, let's just trust our that was uploaded. And then are we going to recreate another deployment, or we can just create from here? Go to our code deploy, and then go to the application, no, go to the deployment, retry deployment, or what? Or we will create another deployment. So let's go to the application, create deployments. So yeah, I believe we will create another deployment using this one. And do we have to update anything here? Nope, we don't want to update anything there. And let's just create the deployment, and it will create another deployment in here. Alright, so that deployment is in progress. It's redeploying, and let's see if the color of this one will be upgraded to 3. Mana lang nga. Paim na siya kuan. Kay ba ko mga nag-record ko niya. Pulos tae atong hisgutan. Paim na siya daghang tubig. Wa siguro siya inamin ng tubig. Laging na sige ay sige kaon. Daghang kay na daot ng kaon. Do 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 do. Nairambutan nila nga. Nairambutan kay the app spec is uploaded to um the app spec is uploaded to S3. So if we update this so that it will get from the container, how will it look like? Mm. So this is using CLI, and I think this is good enough. Yeah, the creation of the cluster is also through CLI, and I was hoping to create the infrastructure using CloudFormation, but yeah, this is good enough so that we can move on with life. Naga rambutan naga. How to show it? So it's here, the original, and then the replacement is here. So this is what they call blue green because from why is this black and blue? It should be blue green, right? So the blue, and then there's a green here for the new version, and it will route some traffic or shift some route some traffic from the original, which is the current one, into the new one. Naghilak sila nga. Pero kay hinatag to mamalor. Okay na lang eh. Magpalit. Magpalit tatang atos ko na. Mm, mm. Ato magpalit tag daghang lami atos lansunin sa kuan eh dito sa katong market dito ba. Mm. Mo na ni mo kuan na ga mulupig sa imong power sa to, tong power generator na ba kaning Bluetooth. Sige mag oo de. Sige. Nag-deploy pa ko eh. Kaya sa nagisgot lagi tag mga tair. Unboxing Bluetooth EB70 powering mobile. Diliran ko lang eh. Mag-record na ko guturuan ni ako na ni private. Isko tag mga tae, mga fucker. Wala ba ako nag-ingon padadag sa bulog unlan ha? Gamay lang ako ana lang gay mga tulura siguro lang ga iuli lang ga. Kuan kanang kapayas na lang ga. Kapayas makapa fiber mo gud. Ah, mo de ay. Right, so the deployment got succeeded. Let's refresh this if this will get updated to 3. No. Let's go to our S3 bucket. Maybe this is the culprit. Maybe our app spec was not updated. Here, let's download this. Download. Let's see if it's using taskdev 3. Yeah, it's using taskdev 3, but why is it not reflecting here? Hmm. Show it. So yes, CodeDeploy. CodeDeploy. And then go to the deployments. It succeeded, but it maybe we haven't executed the test F3. Baho lang ga. Lang di ako lang kayo. Iulit na lang kayo kay naman kay Ud. Di ako naiud. Naiud tanan. Di ko. Oo. Sa sud man gud na. Sa sud na siya. Nana siya sa mo. Mm. We should have updated this. Maybe because it just haven't refreshed yet. Let's go to ECS. So on. Let's go to the cluster. This one. Then task. Then the task. Yeah, see this one here. It's upgraded to 3. So it changed the IP. Now it's green. Alright, so code deploy is working, and that's it. See you on the next video. Bye. Oh no, not yet. We have to clean up. You have to clean up. So let's go and execute this one by one. This one here. We need to delete the deployment group. This is not working anymore. Let's delete that. Then let's delete the deployment application. And then let's delete the service. Hopefully this is the service. If not, we'll have to, yeah, because no identity policy allows ECS delete service. It's not authorized to perform delete service, ECS delete service. So we go, what's that? So the VladX, so VladX doesn't have, is not authorized. So VladX, so go to the identity. Says here that VladX is not authorized to delete service, ECS service. So we should give ECS full access to our guy here. ECS full access. Then next, add permission. Then let's go back to our VM. Then let's delete invalid region in ARN. What? Delete service, invalid region, US. What? Okay, let's delete again. Invalid, when calling delete service, invalid region in ARN. Ah, okay, so that's it. Um, this is the region. Then let's delete that. Hopefully, and cluster not found. So when we delete the cluster, did we delete the cluster already? No, we haven't deleted the cluster yet. Um, yeah, so let's go to our ECS. Here, this is the service. Delete service, ECS. Add service. Go to the service, and then the ARN. Can we use this instead? Okay, so let's use that. Okay, so let's use that, and then let's delete that. Is for cluster JX tutorial, your cluster is default, huh? Even calling delete service operation. So what? When calling delete service operation, invalid identifier. Identifier is for cluster JX tutorial cluster. Your cluster is default. What? How about we just delete this guy here? Just force delete this. Then let's delete the cluster. Okay, so let's there's no test, there's no more service, and let's go and delete again. Right, so that was deleted. No more with that cluster, and then let's delete our S3 bucket. Delete the file first, and then delete the bucket, and delete the load balancer. Is this the load balancer? Is this our load balancer? Is that valid? Alright, so let's go to our load balancer. Go to EC2. Go to load balancer. This one, copy. This is the load balancer ARN. Load balancer. So, oh, this is the DNS, not the ARN. Where's the ARN? Yeah, ARN is here. this one. Then let's delete that. Target group. Is this our target group? So let's go to our readme target group. Target group, or we just go straight to the target groups. Go to the target groups, and this is the first target group. Go to cleanup, delete target group. This is the ARN of the target group that we want to delete. Execute that, delete that thing. And then for the second target group, this is the second target group that we want to delete. Go and delete our second target group. And then that's it. Let's refresh this. No more cluster in the ECS. No more cluster, no more cluster, and no more CodeDeploy application. And then that's it. All right, so cool, kids. We can move on with life and can do some nice things. All right, thanks. Bye.